Hi there, friends. I hope that I can be heard clearly over this beautiful storm, but I had to come out and enjoy it because I can just feel the energy in the air right now and uh, the nourishment of this deep cleansing water. So it's been dry and hot around here lately. I don't know about you where you're at, but I am so thankful and so blessed for the rain. So just wanted to talk really quickly about this upcoming series that I am doing with my dear friend, Dr. Melissa Bird. We were on one of our routine Wednesday morning writing calls, and I just had this building sense, actually for several months since we had started really taking the time to write together, that we were going to eventually collaborate on something. And I had no idea what form that would take. You know, Dr. Bird does this incredible Rebel School, and I wondered if we were going to collaborate on that and somehow, or if I was going to assist or be an RA or whatever. I didn't know what was going to happen. And then it just kind of clicked. It was really as we were coming up into summer solstice energy and post Beltane, in that sort of creative, energetic space, we had this realization: why don't we do the Wheel of the Year rituals together? Because I have been running Wheel of the Year rituals almost for 20 years now. I had actually started with an apprenticeship doing coven rituals for an eclectic coven and a meetup community for many, many years, starting when I was only 19, and then I branched out eventually into running rituals for a Unitarian Universalist church and then a Unity church. And then with COVID, I was doing them online. And, you know, over these last couple of years, I really took a step back from them. I realized that I really had worn down from doing them on my own, and I wanted to have a collaborative partner in it if I was going to host them again. And there it was. Dr. Bird and I were in the room, and I'm like, what if we were to do this? What if we were to collaborate in this way? Because I know she's been doing Wheel of the Year traditions for a while. I've actually went to her spring Equinox this year, and it was great, and I loved it. And so we just started to kind of toss ideas into the pot and have a conversation about what it could look like. And for me, I've been to a lot of rituals myself as a participant, and you know, I've been to some where it's so cumbersome. There are all of these stations or all of these steps or incantations or words and blah, blah, blah. And I myself have run, especially my online rituals, always had like a 15-page guide for each step that I was going to go through, and so people could follow along and they can do it on their own, and they were very educational and fun. But Dr. Bird and I were like, what if we just actually stand in our superpowers? What if we show up as who we are, which are two really powerful, badass rebels who are here trying to uplift the world with more love, but also more sass and grit, and talking about the hard things and the shadow work and calling out the bullshit and not bypassing things. And so out of that was born the spiritual offering of Seasonal Shenanigans, which is our 4-part series as we move into the dark part of the year. Literally kicking it off with Lughnasadh, which is the cross-quarter day at the end of summer moving into fall. It's the first harvest day, with the fall equinox being the second harvest holiday. And it's this time where we acknowledge that the light is beginning to wane and we're moving into a chapter of more slowness. And I can't help but think about everything that's happening right now collectively and all of the trials and turmoil that are here. And there's so much stuff for us to talk about. There's so much stuff for us to confront and face together. And in light of that, we have to be resourced, especially those of us who are tuned into our spirituality already, who are awake and see these things happening. We need to be revivified. We need to gather in community. We need to actually harness the power of these portals for our own highest good and tune into our magic so we can do what we're here to do. And that's what spiritual work is really ultimately about. And that's what these seasonal shenanigans are all about, is being in the energy in the moment, calling in your magic, using the symbolism and the actual lived energy of that particular portal of a moment, these liminal spaces in time where we're in transition between seasons, where we are celebrating movement and momentum. We need these opportunities to anchor in and step into who we are, and do that over and over and over again. And that's why I love living alongside the Wheel of the Year, acknowledging these 8 holidays, tuning in and playing with them and being in their energy. And it's been revivifying to do this on my own for the last few years after, gosh, like a decade of offering them yearly to everyone else. And so now to be able to step back into it with a co-host, a collaborator, a powerful partner who I adore, love, respect, and just see making so much positive change in the world. Like, what an honor to work with Dr. Melissa Bird on this project and to open these portals with whoever shows up to play with us. And that's what these are about. They're about energy. They are about revivifying. They are about inner liberation and outer liberation. It's about harnessing our magic as it is so that we can do what the hell we're here to do and make the difference we're here to make and to touch the lives we're meant to touch. And we don't do that alone. We don't do that in a vacuum. So these ceremonies, these rituals are in large part intuitive. We will be doing opening ceremony. We will be doing prayer. We will be calling in angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. We're going to be drawing cards. We are going to be teaching on, speaking on, channeling the energy of these portals in the moment as we actually land in the season. So if you're looking for accountability, you are looking for intentional time and space, you are looking for a little bit of guidance, a little bit of a guardrail to create an experience in, while knowing that you are ultimately fueling your own power and stepping into your own magic, then this is a space for you. I know for me, I'm always going to be more accountable and more likely to show up if I'm doing it in community. And as a healer, it's always nice for me to go and receive from other healers. So if you are already familiar with the Wheel of the Year, you're already a seasoned practitioner, these can be for you too, because ultimately it's about you being with your energy in this moment in time. If you're a total newbie, this is for you, because you don't have to know what to expect or know a bunch of stuff about the holidays or get a bunch of supplies to make it work. You show up with you and a notebook, and that's all you need. So just really want to encourage you, if you are feeling drained in this environment that we live in right now, and you need some spunky rebels to cheer you on and zhuzh you up and absolutely call in each and every new seasonal chapter with you, Dr. Bird and I have you. We will hold you in this space, and we will be tuning into the energy of who is with us in that room. That's why we're not doing a ton of preparation. We're not writing a guide. We're not doing anything but showing up with our tools and our space in the time and being with you and connecting with you and your energy and your emotions and what you're bringing into the space, so that we can download and bring through whatever needs to be heard by you, the person who is showing up with us. So that's the intention. If you're not familiar with my work and you want to know what it's like to receive spiritually from me, you are more than welcome to go check out any of the dozens upon dozens of moon ceremonies I have been doing. I live stream a new moon and a full moon ceremony every single month and have done so for over 2 years now. Those are completely free and available for anyone who wants to tune into them. If you're not familiar with Dr. Bird's work, I have a fantastic podcast episode with her if you want to get to know her a little bit more, or you can check out her own work. She has an incredible Substack and writes these gorgeous spiritual prayers and love notes, and is just an absolute powerhouse. So if you're looking to be held by people who are going to approach things in a simultaneously silly, playful, fun, shenanigansy kind of way, and also the grave seriousness and no putting up with bullshit that comes with being a rebel in a world on fire, that's us, and we would be very happy to have you there. These are going to be so much fun, whether you join us for all 4 or just one of them or a few of them. I hope you'll join us for all of them, and maybe we'll see what the future brings and what other collaborations may come our way. But this is our kickoff party. This is our diving into the portals together, and I can't wait to share it with you and whoever else shows up to share this space. So I hope that you will consider joining us on August 1st for Lughnasadh. That is the first in our series. Then we'll be back later in the year with the fall equinox, with Samhain, and with a winter solstice ritual, really going through the dark part of the year together. So I hope you'll join us for some shenanigans. I love you, I see you, I believe in you, and I'm cheering you on.